Welcome back to Ubad's lab, and today I'm going to be explaining oxidation and reduction in reactions. Alright, so let's say that this is the reaction that we're given in the problem, and we want to figure out all the information about this reaction, such as what's being oxidized, what's being reduced, what's the reducing agent, and then what's the oxidizing agent. And the way to do this is to figure out the oxidation states of all the ions in this reaction. And so the way to figure out the oxidation states of all the ions is to first understand that in a compound, the oxidation states cancel out to zero. So we can use that to our advantage to figure out all the oxidation states. So first, if we look at magnesium, we can see that it's an element by itself. So we know that the oxidation state has to be zero. And this also applies to H2. Even though it's diatomic, the rule still applies. When an element's by itself, oxidation state has to be zero. And over here for HCl, CCl has -1 oxidation state. We can know this by just looking at the periodic table, where Cl is on the periodic table. And H is a +1. And you can see if you add +1 to -1, we get 0, and we're following the rule there that the oxidation states have to cancel out to 0. And over here, Cl is -1, and you have to -1, and you have to multiply that by 2, so you get -2. So magnesium must be +2. So -2 plus 2 equals 0. So we figured out all the oxidation states. And now we can get into figuring out all the information about this reaction. So we can first ask ourselves what's being oxidized. So whatever is being oxidized is whatever is losing electrons. So if it's losing electrons, its oxidation state is increasing because electrons have a negative value to them. So if we look at magnesium, it has an oxidation state of 0, and then it goes to an oxidation state of +2. So it's increasing oxidation state. That means it's losing electrons, 2 electrons to be precise. And we know that magnesium is being oxidized. And now what is being reduced? So whatever is being reduced is gaining electrons. So that means it is decreasing in its oxidation state value. So if we look at H plus on this side, it has a +1 oxidation state, but over here it has 0. So it went down by 1, so that means it gained 1 electron. So it's being reduced. Now, what is the reducing agent? So the reducing agent is whatever is being oxidized, so it's Mg. But if you want to think of it more intuitively and practically, it's whatever is causing the thing to be reduced. So magnesium is causing H to be reduced, since magnesium is losing electrons, and that means it's giving it over to the H. So technically it's the reducing agent, helping H being reduced. That's just another way to think about it. So what's the oxidizing agent? The oxidizing agent is whatever is being reduced. So that's H. And you can think about it the same way. So H is the being reduced. So it is losing an electron. So No, it is gaining an electron because it's going down. So it's basically taking an electron away from Mg. So it's basically oxidizing Mg. Alright, so that's how you figure out the oxidized, what's being reduced, what's being the reducing agent, and what's the oxidizing agent in a reaction. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. I post twice a week on Monday and Friday. One video being an experimental chemistry video, more of a hands-on, and the second video being like a theoretical chemistry video like you saw today. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.